Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I wanted to do a little video here about something I saw Anthony Joshua say, or heard Anthony Joshua say. It was a post-fight after the press conference, the last press conference, and he said something, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like, I've been reading passages from the Quran, and atheists won't get this, but it has this effect on me, and I'm picking up wisdom. I like to look, he's basically doing what he did when he was looking for trainers. He's trying to find some sort of spiritual sense out of everything, and got me thinking, not for the first time, about this subject. I mean, this is quite an old subject, but he's quite right when he says atheists, it's no point in talking to atheists about that stuff, because I am an atheist, and as atheists, I think we tend to feel that, we want a world run on logic, reason, common sense. We don't believe that faith is necessarily a virtue. Faith being, a belief in something without evidence. And that's where I stand, and that's where lots of people stand who are not religious. I'm just stating that. If you have a different view, that's fine by me. I know lots of religious people who are thoroughly decent people, but I'm probably not going to convince them of what I believe, and they're probably not going to convince me. But what I would say as an atheist is I would fully recognise that religion can be a very powerful force, in the sense that it gives an individual a very strong belief. And if you are someone with a strong belief or a strong cause, then you become quite a hard man or woman to beat. It gives you a lot of inner strength, even if it's total nonsense. And I mean, I would regard religions as complete nonsense, but I don't deny they are very powerful tools if people genuinely believe in them. Now, in boxing, you get a lot of people paying a lot of lip service. I mean, I hear so many people who talk about social causes being called virtue signalers, and these are usually by people who just give religion a free pass, because after every fight, nearly every fighter says, I just want to thank my Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. First of all, I don't give a fuck about what you believe, any more than you care about what I believe. It's got nothing to do with boxing. I don't care about it. But if that's your belief, you have it. But why do you feel the need to spout it to everyone? There's a very funny joke, I can't remember where I saw it, but about a guy who's lost a football match or something, and he's been interviewed afterwards, and he said, I just want to tell God that I'm not happy with him. I lost this we lost this match. What the hell are you playing at? And the interviewer says, no, you're only meant to thank God if you win. And the bloke says, yeah, well, fuck him. That's a brilliant sketch. Because it does show the flip side of it. But lots of people do this. Now, having said that, if they genuinely are devoted or devout Christians, then yes, it's possible that they did take a lot of strength from their faith. And it's possible that Joshua said during this interview I saw that, yeah, I'm a religious man, I'm from a religious background. That's absolutely fine, if that's where you're at. Maybe it did give him a lot of strength. But having said that, let's look at the other corner, Alexander Usyk, because he is a very religious man himself. He's got a very, very strong sense of faith. And he's also, at the moment, got a very strong cause, because we all know what's happening with Russia invading Ukraine. There was Usyk, from head to toe, dressed as a Cossack warrior in traditional warrior clothing. His hairstyle, even the hairstyle, apparently goes back several hundreds of years to, it's a military hairstyle. He was in full national regalia, and had a little sing-song at the end of the press conference, which I don't speak, Ukrainian, I don't speak Russian, I don't speak any Eastern European languages, but he is clearly on it, mentally, emotionally, and when with regard to the cause of the Ukrainian people in fighting invaders, and also he is a man of very strong faith. So I would say, even if Joshua is religious himself and takes a lot of solace from religion, he's up against someone who doesn't just have the religion, he has a cause as well, coupled with it. And I think this is the side of things that really it really interests me because we're talking about psychology here. So I must do a video on psychology because I love the subject. I think it's very, very interesting in human nature and how we can sort of will ourselves into being by sometimes believing the most absurd things. So I don't know. Religion, how strong a part does it play in boxers' lives, in boxing, in getting them to where they're meant to be? Because I've heard a lot of quite low-level boxers say that they are religious people, religious men, and they, it gives them a lot of comfort, and they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to be world champions. But probably it gives them a lot of comfort outside of the ring. Inside the ring, when it comes to people who have the talent levels of a Joshua and an Usyk, I just wonder how much of an advantage it gives a fighter if they truly, truly believe 100% in their faith that they are fighting some sort of for some divine cause. And I've no doubt that Usyk, if you read between the lines of the interviews he's given, believes that God, or his version of God, whatever it is on the side of the Ukrainian people, and therefore they can't lose. I think that's a very strong mindset, and I also think it's one reason why he will have. Well, there are many reasons why I personally believe he will win the fight against Joshua. But I think mentally and emotionally he's stronger because he has a very robust view of his own talents, view of what he believes in, his faith. Joshua, on the other hand, it seems to me like, again, I'm reading between the lines of what's been said in interviews, but it seems like he's sort of still searching. You know what I mean? He's still trying to piece it all together, trying to work out what he believes. Usyk seems to be there. He seems to know. He seems to think, I know what I believe. I know it's the truth. Whether it is or isn't, he believes it. And that makes him highly dangerous. Joshua, maybe he is a spiritual man, is searching for his truth, both as a person, searching for his identity perhaps as a person, but hasn't quite found it yet. And I think that is yet another advantage that Alexander Usyk has over Anthony Joshua. Just a few thoughts. Leave your comments below. I'll be interested to hear what you think. And like the video, subscribe if you're new. Once again, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching the video, and it's going to be a great fight on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it will be an exciting fight. I don't think it'll be much of a chess match, maybe for a round or two, but I think once it takes off, it's going to be well worth watching, and I'm looking forward to it. I think you probably are too, aren't you? Anyway, take care of yourselves. We'll speak again soon, and as always, thank you very much. Bye for now.